Could you imagine Steph on a very team-friendly contract at that point in time, 4 years, $44 million. Klay Thompson developing into one of the great sharpshooters ever, combined with a young Anthony Davis in New Orleans? That would have been one of the best young teams in NBA history. Also, this is where I think the Warriors brass loses me, when they've often talked about being smarter than other organizations, that they can see things other organizations can't. You know what? There's a little blind luck that goes into this. You didn't know how good Steph and Klay and Draymond were going to be. Nobody knew they would be that good. It's the same thing with the Patriots drafting Tom Brady. Do they get credit for drafting a guy in the 6th round, pick number 199, when they had 5 other picks to pick him? Or do they just step into something brilliant? I mean, in many ways, yes, the Warriors did draft Steph and Klay and Draymond, and you got to give them credit for that. And they assembled a wonderful roster of veterans like Livingston, like Iguodala, to support them in those early days of the run. They fired Mark Jackson, brought in Steve Kerr. All of that absolutely worked. But once upon a time, before they were a dynasty, they tried to trade both Curry and Klay at the same time. So they didn't really know what they had clearly. And they can't say a couple of years later how visionary they are, how they're smarter than the average bear, because if they were, they would have known what they had in both those guys. Instead, they try to trade them. They try to get something back from them. And remember, they almost traded Klay Thompson for Kevin Love right before their first championship. Now, it all worked out great for the Warriors, and the rest is history. But we can't go back and say, well, the Warriors have been so smart for so long. They're the best franchise in basketball. Hey, not too long ago, they were trying to trade both of the Splash Brothers in the same deal.